Today I'm taking a look at the portable power station. So this is one thing that's interesting about this. It actually has this removable camping light. So you can see we got these two contacts right here. This will sit on top of the power station in order to recharge it, and then you can take that off. And all we gotta do is hit that button on the top and we can turn it on. Got a couple of different modes. So we got low, high. We have our center light, so if you want to use more of a spotlight, and then we got our SOS. It also has a little hanging spot on it, so if you want to hang that from the top of a tent, we can do that. We got a bunch of different cables. So this one is USB-C to USB-C. We have a USB-C to barrel plug, and that one is switchable, so we got 9 volts and 12 volts. And it looks like we got the same thing here. So we have two of those 9 volt to 12 volt adapters. We've got our user guide. It says that is 62,000 milliamp hours, 3.2 volts, 198.4 watt hours. So quite a large little power bank using LiFePO4 batteries. And this light is 3,000 milliamp hours, so that can actually run for quite a while. It can handle a bunch of different voltages and different wattages depending on what you plug into it. Okay, and I was wondering what that was. So this little light here on the top, that is going to tell you the battery level. So right now it is green, that is above 60%. And here is information on the charging time. With an 80 watt charger, it'll take about 2.5 hours. With a 45 watt charger, it'll take about 4.3 hours. And here is the power bank itself. So we have a nice soft handle here on the top. Nothing really on the sides or on the back. Basically all the fun stuff is right here on the front. On the bottom we do have all that same information that was on the manual. And on the top we got those two contacts to charge this light, and that is magnetic. So that's nice. We have two USB-C ports, two USB-A ports. We got our display. And it does come fully charged at 100%. So I'm going to use channel 1 and plug that into the phone. And we can see that it's charging, but more importantly, that is super fast charging. So that's excellent. So not only is this going to charge up my phone, it's going to charge it up rapidly. Now I'm going to plug it into my laptop, and we can see we got that icon on there, so we know that it is in fact charging. Another nice thing, we can actually see on here, it's going to tell us how long it can run at this rate. So at this rate, it can run for another 4 hours and 7 minutes. So we can actually extend the battery life of this laptop by over 4 hours with this little charger. It even has a little display on here, so we know that we are plugged into that USB-C port, and it is currently pulling 42 watts. So if you're just curious about the amount of wattage that your devices are pulling, we can just use this for that. So we know my laptop is using, well, right now 33 watts and 13 watts on the phone. Of course, that is going to change depending on what I'm doing on my laptop. And with the little lantern that we got on top, that is a whole lot of functionality out of a simple power bank. Yeah, look at that. 3 hours and 30 minutes running both my laptop as well as charging my cell phone and running the light on the top. That is pretty nice. So overall, if you want some power on the go, you want to have a little bit of extra light, something you can even detach and carry around with you, that is going to be an excellent option.